It is absolutely no secret that NieR Automata is one of my favorite games of all time, and just recently gamers have been review bombing the game on Steam. But not for the game's content, story, or gameplay. No. But for something else entirely. And while I'll let you guys decide if Steam review bombing is the correct way to approach that, I do actually empathize with why these users are frustrated, and I almost wholeheartedly believe that Square Enix should address their frustrations. But first and foremost, let us address what those concerns exactly are. If you haven't played NieR Automata, you absolutely should. However, if you have a choice of platform, I'd recommend playing it on a PlayStation 4. Don't get me wrong, the game is still playable on PC, although it's highly recommended that you mod it first. Good thing I did a video on that exact thing, link in the description below. However, there's really something to be said about games that require unofficial mods in order to be as free from issues as their console equivalents. And honestly, I don't believe it's the job of modders to fix port issues with a game. That should be entirely the developer's job. PC master race, but only when the port is good, right? Recently, however, it was announced that NieR Automata was coming to PC via Gamepass. And trust me, that's awesome. Gamepass just continues to become a better deal every time I look up. However, it's become quickly apparent that the Xbox Gamepass version of the game is honestly superior to the original PC port. This port was handled by developer QLock and has enhancements such as borderless window setting, Fidelity FX options, HDR, and user interface textures upscaled to 4K. All these features are lacking in the vanilla version of NieR Automata, which even now still has a number of performance issues on PC. For example, if you're walking into a brand new area, expect the game to stutter while it loads, something that just does not happen on the PS4 or Game Pass version of the game. These additions on top of the game's increased performance were made on special request by Platinum Games, meaning that the developer is aware of these issues but hasn't really done anything to change much for Steam users. And many of the game's performance issues that are seen on the Steam version are still there. And now you might be beginning to understand why people are so mad. Now, I'm really not here to debate the ethics of review bombing a game. It's not something that I ever would personally do. Though I do understand that's one way in which you can get a developer's attention. Many Steam fans have paid for the game and do deserve the game in its most functional state, without having to seek unofficial mods in order for the game to run the way that it was supposed to on the first day. So Square, Platinum, whoever is the one that calls these decisions, if you see this video, you should know that NieR Automata is one of my favorite games of all time, and I want every human being on Earth to play this game, and I do want them to have the best time possible while playing it, and not be hindered by any technical hiccups. Though in either case, Microsoft is making some serious moves with Game Pass. A port of Persona 5 to PC and Nintendo Switch has been long demanded, though it seems as though the next place you'll be seeing the Phantom Thieves is actually going to be on Xbox hardware. Now currently this is on rumor status, sorry I have to say it like that, but some of you clearly don't pay attention to that word, and comes via two reliable Microsoft insiders, with Sega just recently bringing the Yakuza series to Xbox Game Pass. Considering that they own Atlus and therefore Persona, it doesn't seem quite out of reach for them. And with Atlus being more open to ports now more than ever with recent ports of Catherine and Persona 4 Golden, it honestly does not seem impossible at all. The real question is, from my perspective, is Atlus ready to deal with the inevitable backlash when this game comes to Xbox and not Nintendo Switch, like its fanbase has been demanding since the game basically came out? I do not want to be on Twitter the day that this thing is announced. People are going to go buck wild. That's of course assuming that that happens, and for the time being, file that one under the rumor bin. With all of that said, Ultima, leave me a comment below telling me if you'd like to see Persona 5 on Game Pass. Shout out to Darko Raktansky, hope I didn't butcher that, and the rest of the Ultima community.